Hey besties! Welcome back to another Baddie Besties on the Road. I'm your host, Elisa.
And I'm your co-host, Samir, aka Samsky. And today we have a special guest. We are hitting the road live at Naior B Salon to sit down with our girl, Nayline. Hey!
Hi, girl.
Hi, Nayline.
Hi, besties. Hi, everyone.
The founder, the creative director, and visionary behind Boston's Boldest Nails. So make sure you guys tap in. This is the place to be. I mean, the pink is so refreshing.
So pretty.
It's giving Baddie Besties vibe.
It does. It's giving like this is your home.
It's giving. We need to come here and get our nails done.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's driven by passion for beauty, detail, creating confidence. I mean, down to the bathroom. You go in and you're like, you feel uplifted.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Nayline has definitely turned her entire business into more than just a service, right? You are working with younger girls that come in here. Mm-hmm. You have the bathrooms. I wish we could show you the bathrooms. We have to cut the walls or something. The bathrooms are incredible. The service, everything that you thought about, like every detail, it's definitely giving an experience. It's an elevated experience.
That's great.
For sure.
That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Give you an experience.
So just to give a quick overview of Naior B, the mission was to empower women through beauty, self-expression, and it was inspired by your trip to London, which we'll get into it in 2021, where you saw bold colors that was playful and femininity.
Yes.
And your vision was to create a space where trends meet technique.
Correct.
So I guess that brings me into segment one here, from spark to studio. What inspired it? Let's get more into your trip and see what brought this beautiful place to creation?
So I had a trip to London in 2021, and if you guys haven't been to London, it reminds me a lot of Boston. There are a lot of similarities, but London is there's more neighborhoods that are brighter, bold. It's such a feminine city, and if you love pink, you have to go to London.
Really?
And your local laundromat is pink, and
no way.
There's flowers everywhere. So with that being said, on that trip, I was looking around. I was going to nail salons. I did restaurants, and I remember telling my fiance, I'm like, we need like something like this in Boston.
Yeah.
And we need an all pink place. And I was in between doing a coffee shop or a nail bar. And the nail industry for me, the reason the nails came into mind is because I love nails. Nails for me is fashion. So it was either going to be one or the other. I just wanted it. I wanted something pink, and I wanted that in Boston.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've never been to London. I've been to a couple places in Europe,
but have to go.
I've never been.
That means you might need to show me where the pinkity is.
Yeah. Did you miss it? Did you have it?
Yeah, because I've been to London actually maybe 3 times.
Really?
But I also went to I flew into Heathrow, and I went Heathrow, and then I went to the country once, and then I was in the city, but maybe I just missed it because there's that Chinatown area too.
It's literally like Boston. So London has its own neighborhoods, and it's literally just like Boston. So you do have to find the neighborhood, but I'll give you that information.
Yeah, we all need the London girls need to tap in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So take us through it. You take this trip, right?
Yes.
You see all of this color. You're inspired. You're like, we don't really have this vibe, like this really special, unique spots in Boston that really go the next level with the aesthetic, right?
Right.
So, and you were between these ideas. So then what happened when you touched down in Boston? And I know you said you decided to do the nails, but take us through.
The nail over the coffee?
That's a good question. So when I got back into Boston, I'm a dreamer. First of all, I dream a lot, and I'm a paper and pencil girl. Old school, and I love to write my notes. And
you're like, I got my idea.
Yeah, so I'm like, I wanted to invest at that time, and I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something else outside of the wedding industry because I've been inside the wedding industry for about 6 years at that point. And I started drawing my ideas, and I'm like, okay, what can we do that's pink? Coffee shop, just because I have a long history in my family of owning coffee shops. So it's something that would have been a little easier to tap into. Raising nails is, so since younger, I think since I was 15, I loved playing with nails, nail colors and designs. When I started college, I would do my friends in college, I would do their nails for fun.
No way.
And yeah, it was just like a hobby. So that's why kind of the hobby, I'm like, how can I make it, instead of a hobby, I wanted to make it a thing where you make money. So I met with a financial advisor that said, okay, this is how many coffee cups you need to sell to make your investment back versus doing nails. This is, so numbers wise, I am a numbers girl. Numbers wise, yes. Numbers wise, it definitely made more sense to do nails. Plus, it was perfect because I just love nails. It's like fashion. It's like some girls love getting their lashes on, others like getting their hair. I need to have like the best, dopest nails ever.
I love it. Kind of reminds me of even just Baddie Besties and like following that passion or that inkling that, you know, there was a love that was already there for you, and then you turned that love into a business, right?
Into a business, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, too, and even talking about, like, it's one thing to want to start a business, but sitting down with a trusted financial advisor and being like, okay, like, let's because I think it's one thing to have a dream, right? And we talk about this, but how can you, like, you're investing so much money, but how can you make a return? So I guess for any woman that's listening to this that maybe wants to start a business, what advice would you give them? Especially on the financial side, because we're dreamers here too.
Absolutely. We'll talk about the financial and then everything else. So when it comes to financials, definitely try to do your research, get help, get, you know, your notes and your dreams and your goals. They might be, everything's aligning, but like does the funds align? Does the numbers align? So, this is my first nail salon, but not my first business. And I think I learned from my first business that to outsource that feedback from other people. And I think it's very important to have someone to guide you. Hey, I have this amount to invest in this business, and this is my business plan, and this is how much I need. What do you think? So that's very important. When it comes to the other things, not financial, be prepared mentally. Mentally, opening a business can take a toll. You need a support system. So whether that looks like your friends, your family, great relationship with the banks, someone that inspires you, a mentor. I think that after 2020, this mentorship thing really was enhanced. It became a thing. There was a lot of mentors. Really try to find one. It is the best. Usually a mentor person is a person that guides you without any monetary exchange. And then there's coaches that you can pay for to guide you. So however works for you. But be mentally prepared. It is a lot. Maybe 8 out of 10 times things don't, when you're opening a business, your timeline is not accurate, you know?
That brings me to this next question too. What was your biggest challenge in opening the studio? I know you already talked about timeline, so I'm curious.
It has to do a little bit with the timeline and staying on top of the timeline and finding people in the construction world that was loyal.
Was it
permits?
hard?
You know, I worked with the city of Boston. Obviously, we're in Boston, and honestly, I had a very great experience with the city of Boston when it came to permits. I wasn't. Everyone was putting fear in me, like, "Oh, you're tapping into Boston." And even though I'm a Boston resident, my businesses they're not located in Boston. And when you think of starting a business in a big city, there's this fear of like, oh my God, it's going to take so much longer to get this and that. I did not have that experience. My challenge was finding loyal contractors, vendors that fall underneath that, whether it's electricians or plumbers, is finding that team. So please do like your research. Have that team together before signing a lease. Because then you're tying with the lease, and time is clicking. Days are going by, and you're still waiting for quotes, and it can take someone 4 weeks to give you a quote. So my challenge was staying on timeline.
So you're just
that makes sense.
So you were paying for, just for people that don't know, right? So you're paying for this lease, and then you're still waiting to get things together, and you're still like, okay, money is coming out of my pocket. It's draining.
Your money comes out of your pocket. So the landlord has nothing to do with the landlord. So you owe that rent regardless if you're moving things in your business and stuff like that. The other thing I want to just piggyback off that question is for the girls and that want to get into business, have someone read your lease, negotiate, because if it's going to take you 3 to 4 months to build inside your space, you should have the courage to ask your landlord, can you give me 3 months free? And most of the time they will, because I did get it here. I got 3 months free. So, and I didn't know that with my first business. Okay. But
so like, dang.
Find the courage to tell that landlord, I need 3 months free or complimentary. And in return, I'm giving you 5 years agreement that I'm going to stay here. So 9 out of 10, they'll work with you.
That's amazing. That's great advice, because honestly, I mean, I can only imagine after you have the space and you're so excited, but all the logistics that go into building everything from start to finish, even before you can start painting anything and start decorating, right? There's a lot that goes into it. So I'm glad that you were able to make that happen, and you took the lessons from your last business and applied it to your new one as well. That's such good advice.
Thank you.
I love it. So that brings me to, now that you built this beautiful studio, and now, like, it's one thing to, like, build a studio. Now you gotta get clients, make them also want to come back. Like, you want them to be repeated clients.
Keep clients.
Yeah. So how do you, and how does Nayor B make clients feel special? What is the secret sauce? Maybe you can't share all the secret, but I'm curious.
I'll share some.
Well,
what's the sauce?
I'm normally like, I like to share, and sometimes I overshare. I don't really gatekeep unless it's something that really sets me aside. That is like my recipe.
A competitive edge.
Yeah, there's certain things you don't have to share, but other things I'm like, this is where I got it. But with that being said, my clients or our clients feel special at Nayor B because we call them by their first names. We normally know what's their favorite color. We make them feel like we were waiting for them all week to see them. And we follow up with them. So how was that wedding last week? I think conversations, and it can be just short conversations, right? How are you? Jessica, thanks for coming in. How was that wedding? And I think engaging, just being like you and smiling, and whether it's from the front desk or working as a nail artist, or being the barista and knowing exactly that Jessica always gets her chai lattes. So I think that goes a little extra mile for service, for customer service, and we're Nayor B. Another thing I will mention that I want to say, we're really big with time here. So if your appointment's at 2:00, 9 out of 10 times we're seeing you at 2. I know we don't have perfect days, and that could happen. But we're starting you at 2. We're finishing you at 3:30 because the next client's at 3:30. So I think that clients value that we value their time. That's
like respect, right? Because I know, for example, I know this coach, for example, who's very like, this is the schedule, this is the time. I literally have something to do at 2:30, so I can't go past it. But it does create that respect, and I feel like the client comes in knowing, they're gonna have girl time. Like, the girls in here, they know each other. They know their names, their favorite color, their designs, their kiki. So it creates that like girl time energy. But there's also that respect that goes both ways, where they're gonna show up. They know what to expect from you guys, how they need to come, how they need to show up, how you got to come to Nayor B, and be on your P's and Q's, and then you'll receive, that service.
I agree. And because of that, our clients, 95% of the time, they arrive on time. We set those standards and those expectations, and then we give it to them, they give it to us.
That's good business. That's on good business.
Also, she's kind of sleeping. They have cappuccino.
Yes. Your fridge. What you got back there?
Well, I couldn't open a coffee shop, but I brought the coffee shop to the nail salon.
Exactly. And I feel like that's really is a special touch, because I think other, like, maybe competitors, maybe they'll give you a glass of wine or something, but the fact that you're offering coffee, cappuccinos, and she even has different syrups. So it's like, that's also like a really good, like, it's giving girlhood.
Absolutely. And we change it every season. So right now we bring like the sparkling apple cider, the chai lattes.
No way.
For the winter, we do hot chocolate. We do then we have certain things that's all year long, which is your hot teas, your cappuccinos, and everything else.
I love it because it ties everything together. And I think Samir and I know, and we're always talking about pausing, right? How women need a second to pause, to reset, to connect with each other. Yeah. And I feel like Nayor B is really like hashtag girlhood, hashtag sisterhood, right? Yeah. To have a cup of chai and kiki with
and when
your
you
nail
come
tech.
in here is so zen and peaceful. And I don't know what it is with the color pink, but it's a thing. It's like you can Google this. The color pink brings peace. It really sets the tone for the atmosphere in here. It's very peaceful. We can have all 6 tables booked, 6 clients at the same time. It's never loud. We'll have some background music just for it's just not awkwardly quiet. Even with side conversations, it's very mellow and chill and just so zen here. So it's definitely the salon to have your girl time and your me time.
Yeah. So I have to ask you, I mean, you're in here multiple days a week, right? So what drives you as a business owner to show up every day, to show up for your employees, your clients, and all of the endeavors that you're involved in?
I think that what drives me and what wakes me up in the morning is knowing that I inspire people and knowing that my team inspires me and that no 2 days are the same. I know that it does something to me to know that I'm creating jobs and I'm creating a team. And I just don't say this because I know there's teams and groups in every employer, but like we definitely have a sistership here. And I think you guys felt it a little bit in yoga. I'm not like the bosses here. Like I want you to, to know that I'm your friend, I'm your bestie as well. And they know when we draw the line and I'm your boss. But I think that that's what drives me is knowing that I think be in this community of women and support and I can create opportunities and get inspired by them and see their art. And I'm like, this is why I do it.
I think that's really important for any successful business is the team, right? And how you manage the team. So that takes a lot on your leadership. I guess too, I wanted to ask, and I can't believe you didn't ask this before I get into the leadership part too, is Nayor B, where is that name inspired by?
I'm glad you asked. So I'm glad you asked because a lot of people don't even know how to say it. They're like, is it your half of your name? Is it Nayor? Yeah. So Nayor is short for nails, the N-A-I inside the Nayor. The O-R is for or. Okay. And then the B is when I created a business plan, and I usually create business plans in my business identity like a year before I start looking for real estate.
Like you said, business identity too.
Yes, everything. So I'm really big with branding and marketing, logo, my name. So in 2021, when this business idea was born, I thought of doing nails and brows. So it was going to be nails, so Nay or B for brows. So real estate came afterwards. I found this real estate in 2023. And it took me a while to get it, to do the construction. That's a whole different story. But so I love the name so much because it sounds different and it sounds like high end and Nayor B. I'm not changing this, even though we're not doing brows yet. We're not changing it. So then I'm like, when people ask me, what does it mean? I have to come up with something. So I just, I decided to like break the B apart. I'm like, what can B stands for? And you'll be surprised that the letter B is the first letter to a lot of powerful words that describes woman. So bold, beautiful, babe, boss. Brilliant,
beautiful business woman.
B-I-T-C-H. Boston, Baddie Besties. Yes, Besties. Oh my God, I didn't think of Bestie. So I'm like, yes, the letter B stands for all of that stuff. And this is why behind us there's these words and some of these letter words. So boss babe. And so that's what the B stands for, whatever you want the B to stand for. And when I was able to discover that, I was like, oh, crap, it doesn't stand for brows anymore. It stands for all of this. The bathroom was inspired on that. So if you notice, our wallpaper has a lot of iconic women because we want you to feel feminine when you walk in here and that boss and that, you know, that hot babe. So
I love
that's where the name comes from. So it's not my name. I know it sounds, but it's not my name.
I'm so glad you asked.
I was like, that should have been the first
That's
time.
Nayor B. It's part of the branding, and that's where I come in. Yeah.
That's awesome. I guess too, I know we talked about this, but I wanted to kind of backtrack a little bit because you talked about relationships with banks.
Yes.
And I know a lot of maybe women entrepreneurs that are watching, it's really hard, especially being a woman of color, to get financing.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for someone that's watching today that is like, they're working so hard, they're doing a business plan, and they feel like they're just hitting a wall and they cannot get business financing, and there's no family in the world that can give them the money? Because a lot of people say,
it's hard. I
and
know. It's hard.
So what advice maybe do you have?
Okay. So this topic, the answer to this can be very, very long. So I'm just going to give you some highlights.
Okay.
And anyone can feel free to reach out to me afterwards. But
The
smaller the bank, the better. As a small business owner, as a minority. I know that we tend to go with the trends and like, and I don't want to drop names here of banks, but because I know people in all these banks, but the smaller the bank, the neighborhood bank is the one for you. So I currently work with a local bank that's literally maybe a half a mile from us here. They're a small bank. They pay attention to you, and they do help when it comes to lending. Try to stay away from the big dogs. You're gonna be discouraged and you're going to cry. Because if you're a new business, you technically can't really get a business loan until you show 2 years of tax returns. So what you need to do is start getting personal credit lines, which is cash, or personal loans that will attach to your business, and you can forward that afterwards. That is my advice. Credit unions are amazing. And your credit score. And if you feel stuck with your credit score, find, I'm not a credit advisor, but find a company that can help you with that. Your credit score is king.
Credit is king.
I walked to places with a low credit score back in the days, but with a lot of money, with a blank check, and I got turned away because my credit was low when I went to purchase a car when I was in my early 20s. I was like, what do you mean? I have a blank check and I can give you. They're like, go fix that credit. So it's real. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. So
that's an important conversation.
It's real. So credit is king. And yes, and when you have a business and it's been open for a few years, learn how to separate the both. Nayline has a credit score. Your business has a credit score. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great advice. And I love that you mentioned the local banks, right? Because I feel like it's a lot easier to create those relationships too.
So much easier.
And maintain them, build them. And then that goes a long way, even for you opening up, the business credit line and building that and having that separation as well down the line. So,
and also look at your local town where you're opening your business. A lot of them have programs that will help you with loans, especially if it's your first time and stuff like that. So there's some help. You just need to find the resources to find those.
I love.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Of course.
I'm literally just mesmerized looking around, and I'm thinking in my head, like, this creativity, like, have you always been someone who's been a creative?
Yeah.
And how did you come up with the concepts and the designs of this beautiful studio?
Yeah. So for Nayor B, I had this idea in mind. It was just, I was handling a lot of other things. So I decided that I wanted to hire an interior designer. I worked with JLA. She's a good friend of mine. She's out of New Jersey. And now she's sprinkled her talents a little bit all over Boston. But learn how to outsource as a business owner too, or as an aspiring business owner, because you really can't do it all. So I decided, I know I wanted pink. I know I wanted velvet walls. I know I wanted hearts. But I found myself, isn't it so soft? but I found myself stuck on where I want those parts. So someone that you outsource that, right? And someone that handles that type of, that part of the business can say, all right, we're going to do this wall here and that wall there. So that's how I say the final look came about, but leading to before hiring Jazz, I'm an aesthetic girly. So I think I love pretty stuff. You know, I love pretty bathrooms, pretty restaurants, everything. And I think that because I have an eye for those things, and a lot of it came from traveling to different places, you know, I was able to come up with like, this is what I want. And I just needed someone to finalize that floor plan.
She just brought your vision to life.
She did, because you need to know everything. You know, like the square footage and why can't we do this and that. And that's not those are not my talents. So, yeah.
That's good. We love a boss who knows where to outsource and make the magic happen. I do want to move us on to a new segment, Girl to Girl. And starting your beauty business, one, what do you wish you knew before starting your business?
Before starting this business,
because she's a serial.
Yeah, there's a lot, but I think that being realistic and being realistic with the timeline of things. The more you put into like your interior design of a business, the more detailed businesses, because I could have had just regular floors, pink walls, and you need to allow yourself time to understand it's going to be a little longer to open. So I think knowing more a little bit of that, which I think now I'm really good. I feel like I can be a general contractor now because I manage this whole thing. So.
So how long did it take from start to finish?
Yeah, so I had my experience with Naior B. It's a little different than the experience of other nail salons. I acquired the lease in spring of 2023, and I was a victim of fraud. I was. So I hired a contractor that ended up stealing my money. So I had court. I hear this a lot. It's really common. This happen a lot. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm going to become a contractor. I just I'm done with this. I'm going to be your GC, okay? Period. So I hired a contractor, and I went through fraud and all that, and I had to go to court. So I ended up suing this individual. So I feel like my timeline is not your typical timeline. So just not to discourage anyone, but it took me like a year and a half, and I had to pay rent every month.
Oh my gosh.
I would have been sick.
Yeah.
Because you only had the first 3 months for free.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything because no work was being done in those 3 months because he took my money. The contractors and the team that finalized the Naior B at the end are amazing. I would rehire them again. But I think because of COVID happening 2020, a lot of contractors were behind with work. So I found myself in 2023 trying to find new people, and everyone was like, I'm sorry, I'm tied up till December. I'm sorry. It was a real thing. Wow. People were behind work. No one was taking a small job because we're like small and cute here. It's a studio. And these contractors weren't taking small work. So I think it was just like wrong timing. And it was so hard to find people that were taking new work because they were backed up, still building things that they were in contracts with from 2020, 2021. Yeah. But I will say on a normal, okay, you have the funds, you have the team. It can be anything between 8 to 10 months. Wow. So just be prepared to have the funds for that rent. Yeah. That is something you need to factor in when you say, all right, I have a budget to invest in something.
Yeah, that's good advice. So how about obviously you're not the only nail salon around, so there's competition. So how did you kind of put your elbows in? Yeah. Say, move over.
I know. Okay. So I always said, I was like, people are going to be like, Nayline is really good at the wedding industry. what is she doing coming into the beauty? But so, not that I worried about what people had to say, but I'm like, they're going to be like, this girl's just trying to do everything. Okay, so with that being, yeah. So the thing is, how did I find my niche? It's not something you find. It's something you own. It's something that it's in you.
I'm doing this.
I don't, I just focus on me. Yeah. I focus on my project and my team. And I think that a lot of us sometimes worry about what our competitors are doing or what the salon industry is doing. And it's so easy to lose that focus. And the second you lose that focus, you start overthinking. And overthinking brings you into like anxiety. And anxiety brings you into being less confident. So now you lose it. So I think I found my niche by just being me, by telling my team my vision, letting them in the loop of every step and everything I want to do. So if you guys are serious about being part of my team, this is where we're going. Are you guys ready for that? Because we're going up here, and
we're going.
We have to strap up, and you have to be a dreamer like me.
Yeah.
And I think we turned 1 a couple weeks ago on October 4th.
Congratulations!
And I feel like we've done so much in a year.
Yeah.
And it's just a product of like all the hard work we put in and owning that niche of like, being us, being Nayor B. This is our service. I don't care what they're doing over there. This is our menu. I don't care this is what we're giving you for free. I don't care what they're doing over there. And that's, I think I answered the question.
Yeah, you did.
Is Nayor B, is there another one coming up?
I want to. Yes, so I would love to. I'm working on some legal stuff right now, but I would love to turn it either into a franchise or just opening multiple of these with other partners. I don't want to be the owner of all. It just doesn't work that way when you're running a business of service. I want to be able to invest back into my team, where if I'm opening something, like my dream neighborhood right now in Boston would be the South End.
Really?
I like the brownstones. Okay. It just reminds me of London. I'm a London girl.
I need it.
I would love to. So I do see us growing. There's nothing right now in the works, but there is preliminary steps being done to get to that step.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to like trademark.
We got our eyes on you. We're waiting. We're waiting. If you want to bring one to bring.
If you want to,
She's talking about maybe making a partner.
Yeah.
We can do something.
I guess you mentioned that you own the space and you don't look at what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
So what advice would you have for women that want to start a business? They're having problems with having loyal customers because there is so many different like services that are provided and people are doing the same thing. Why do people keep coming back? What
to us?
You, and what tips would you have for them that are trying to build a loyal customer or client base?
I would say do things your way. Do things your way. So one standard rule that happens in the nail industry is there's a lot of upsells with like, do you want to do gels? It's typically $5 more. We'll give you gel, but then when you come back to that same salon, hey, I got to charge you $5 extra to remove the gel that I gave you.
Yeah.
We don't do that on Nayor.
Oh, I love that.
We don't do that. If you go on our website and you look at our removals, it says returning client removals 000.
I love that.
We don't charge you to remove your own Gel X like other places do.
That's so annoying.
So let me tell you.
I have to ask too. Like, another thing that they do is like you'll come with your nail already shaped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll be like, $5 or $10 for the
change
shape.
the shape.
Do you do that?
No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Same shape. Like, I'm like, I can't with coughing.
They'll be like, because it's long now, we have to refile the long nails.
No. Okay. So when I decided to do that, people on my team, I'm not necessarily saying the staff, but people that in my team are like, are you sure you want to do that? You're cutting off some dollars from your, I'm like, watch this work, because if for me, I'm just really saving from, like if you come and we're removing gel that we put on you 3 weeks ago, instead of charging those $5, and I say always complimentary, the word free complimentary goes a long way. You're like, oh my God, this place is the best. I don't have to pay.
It's free.
It's for me. It's just like, okay, it's just $5, so it's fine. But it goes a long way because it shows that we genuinely like want you to come back.
All right, let's get into a fast round because, Nayor B is so fabulous. So we're just going to go in, let the girlies know.
Yeah.
Let the girlies know. So first
quick
question,
answers.
Quick.
Okay.
Favorite nail color right now?
Brown.
Oh, she's a neutral girl.
Brown.
Okay. Go to sip while getting pampered.
At Nayor B, I would say our chai latte with cinnamon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're going to have to have one after that.
Yes.
I'm a chai latte girly, if you know.
All right.
You know.
Yes. Nail trend you love or want to bust?
So the nail trend I love, I'm going to say micro tiny designs. Like whether you're doing a tiny strawberry or just micro anything. And the other one is that I want to bust.
Yeah.
Anything wide nail tips, anything with acrylic too.
Really?
Acrylic, yeah. We don't do acrylic here, so I'm like not a fan. But
tell us
yeah.
why.
We try to stick with healthier choices. So
I just came from my acrylic and I moved to the Glimnic press-on. So then when I come here,
I'd rather press-ons than acrylic. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you tell the girlies why not
acrylic?
Yeah.
This is not fast, but they need to know this.
Okay, so Nayor B, we focus on your natural nail growth. So we specialize in structure gel manicures. Some places will call them a Russian manicures. We'll do non-toxic manicures. We'll do your standard gels, but the gel products that we use tend to be like more clean.
Yeah.
We feel that acrylic and anything that's been like similar to acrylic is damaging to your nails. It weakens your nails. It doesn't help your nails to grow, your real nails grow. When you take them off, you ever notice your nail bed is like yellow? So we just don't, we no. So when you go to Europe now, it's hard to find a salon that has acrylic, that does acrylic. Yeah.
Wow.
So that is a nail trend that I just want to like it to go. It probably has a few more years here, but
wow, I love that.
Good.
I did powder.
You get the same end effect with what we do. Your nails are nice and hard.
Yeah.
They last 5 weeks. They're sturdy.
They're healthy.
And they're healthy.
Yeah.
So
I love.
and these are my nails. Yeah.
Okay, favorite client reaction or story?
Oh my God. So story. I'm going to leave names out of this, but one time I was working at the salon and one of my nail artists was finishing up some doing nails, and I overheard the client tell my nail artist, I love these so much. She's like, I do too. And they were having a conversation. I'm like, oh, they're so excited. And she goes, I cannot wait to show my husband's girlfriend my nails. And I looked back and I was like, did she just see that? So I looked at the nail artist and I'm like,
girlfriend?
Yes, husband, girlfriend.
So his mistress?
I have no idea. She called her the girlfriend.
Oh.
So I was like, what? I mean, you hear it all at the salon, you see it all, and you're just like, so that's the story. I mean, I'm laughing about it today, but I was like, what did she just say? And then the artist confirmed that that's what she said.
Oh,
I was like, okay, husband.
Husband's booked and busy.
Booked and busy.
Okay. What is one thing that you do to help prevent burnout?
Self-care. And underneath that, I would say number one, massages. I need a massage.
I need one right now.
I need one
drink. I think self-care and massages.
Okay,
yeah.
I love. What's one tip that you have for boosting confidence through beauty?
I would say boosting confidence through beauty. Be yourself, and not to sound cliche because everybody says that, but don't ask if you like how that dress looks on you, if you love your hair that way, if you love this color, stop asking people what they think. Because because we tend to do that, and then if you ask me what I think of something, if I really don't think it looks good on you, you're gonna get my real opinion on it, and that might affect the way you liked that dress 5 minutes ago. And it does messes with something with your confidence in here. So if you like it, wear it, sis. If you, whatever that is, your outfit, your hair,
That's like self-trust.
Yes, and you build that confidence through beauty with like hair, your nails, and what you wear, and if you need to get those lips done, or if you need to get surgery, whatever makes you happy. Stop asking people for.
Do you, Sass?
Stop asking people for what they think.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah,
I like that. You heard that, girls?
Yes.
All right,
one question.
Because we're on the Baddie Besties podcast, so we had to ask, what does being a Baddie Bestie? And we did throw an event together. So
yes.
What does Baddie Bestie mean to you?
So Baddie Bestie means a female that is a Baddie Bestie is a female that is empowering other females, inspiring and being inspired by other females around her, sisterhood, friendship, being a girl's girl, and I really do mean this in this industry. There's a lot of, I'm a girl's girl, and there's a lot of bullies behind. We really need to stop that. We need to stop that. We need to be real behind cameras, in front of the cameras, at events, outside of events, on social media, off-site. But that's what a Baddie Bestie means to me. It's knowing that you're confident, knowing that you're willing to boost somebody else, confidence, or just being there, being present for yourself and other females, and creating that support.
Thank you.
So that's what a Baddie Bestie means.
I have to ask because you're the branding girl.
Yes.
What do you answer what Baddie Besties means to you? But I'm just curious because. How are we doing? And this is kind of a switcheroo because we were doing
Okay.
From what you see from our end with social, because you're the branding.
Okay, so I found you guys when I first heard of Baddie Bestie. I found them on social media, and I'm a big logo girl. Can I see this for a second?
Oh, yeah.
So this is their logo. No, but I like it. I'm being very honest. So I saw that your brand is also pink, and it's also like fun, So I, from the beginning, thought, oh my God, it aligns with Nayor B. Your audience as well. The girlies are lovable. We just did an event together, and everyone was such a girlies girl. I feel like I knew these girls for months. And that's on you guys. You know that, right? Like you guys are creating that energy and those rooms and those spaces So when I first heard about you guys, loved the logo.
Yeah.
Love the logo. I love the
with us.
I love the aesthetics of your content and what you post. And I really mean this not because I'm sitting next to you guys, but that is what attracted me first, because I don't know you guys. So I got to be attracted to the what's in the outside.
Yeah, the perception.
So then I followed, and then I loved the stories behind you guys, the stories that you guys highlight for other women and give people platform to in a stage. You give people a stage to talk about them, and that's a big deal, because you're not just talking about you guys. You're allowing others to talk about their stories. So that's what I think about your brand. And I think you go by it. Because you guys are baddies. And you guys are real best friends, right?
Yeah.
I know, met in college besties.
So
BC. Okay, we get a lot of BC people here. So that's my honest opinion on what I think about your brand.
Thank you.
Nayline approved.
Yeah, period.
As you know, when they stir the pot,
it's going to get hot.
But trust.
You just hit the jackpot. Okay. Make
Thank
sure
you.
you like, follow, subscribe. Come get your nails done at Nayor B. Follow Nayline. You'll see all her details below. And we love you.
Yes. Bye. Make sure a girl's girl supports
always
small businesses.
Yes, and give us 5 stars.
5 stars.
Because we're 5-star girls.
All right. Love
Bye.
you guys.
Thank you.